Welcome back. You're watching Politically Correct on TVC. My name is Leangare. Again, in studio with me is political analyst Onyango Ochieng. Really has a lot to say about today's topics. Onyango, let's still stay with matters court. Bungoma Senator Moses Wetangula has recently critiqued the Jubilee coalition and said that the Jubilee coalition is trying to interfere with his presidential bid. Is this the case?
I think Wetangula is just looking for attention. He's glory hunting. Unfortunately, we in Africa, we become experts of looking at the right things in the wrong places. Wetangula's problem is transforming Fort Kenya into an institution, a robust institution, an institution that will have, Fort Kenya does not even have a Facebook page where they can respond to their supporters. Opening a Facebook page is free. Getting many of those boys who carry his briefcase around, you would even pay them at least 5,000. You can't tell me that he doesn't have. That alone tells you that Wetangula is tactless, he's strategyless. I mean, come on. He's a man standing on the banks of the Red Sea. He doesn't know what to do. Mm-hmm. Lucky for Moses, God told him to hit the sea. Mm-hmm. What will Wetangula do this time? He'll blame everyone. At this stage, I even expect him to blame the sun for being too hot that they could not think.
Well,
no kind words for the general.
Well, just moving away from that, there is a section of MPs in court who had threatened that they would decamp to the Jubilee administration if Moses Wetangula is not given the presidential ticket for 2017 general elections. Do you think they will make good their threat?
That's what they want. That's what they want. It's like a lady. She tells you, my dear, today you're not smelling nice, you buy a perfume. You tell her, the next day she tells you, my dear, today you're not driving, you buy a car. I mean, come on, these people just want to exit. They're looking for an exit strategy. And the only way they can do it, first of all, is to build the pressure, to build the momentum. Remember, true leaders are friends of momentum. Not actually just friends, but great friends of momentum. So what these people are doing is they're trying to build that momentum so that they leave. Remember how Musalia Mudavadi did last time? Actually, the proposal that Musalia Mudavadi wanted the constitution of ODM to be amended, he knew that it would take 6 months. But he was demanding it 2 months to elections. All right? Mm-hmm. So these people, they know what they want. Wetangula knows what he wants. And again, there is something that you have to learn from the booing, the whistling that happened the day Uhuru Kenyatta was delivering State of the Nation address. Remember when Opiyo Wandayi was actually expressing his democracy, albeit loudly. Next to him, seated was Oburu Odinga, who is the elder brother of Raila Odinga. Next to him was this gentleman from Ken, he's called Jakoyo Kamidiwo, who is actually the first cousin of Raila Odinga. But why didn't they act? It's because government contracts is killing opposition. Government contracts is killing democracy. Most of these guys are servicing government tenders, be it either at NYS, this one where you die and then you leave your M-Pesa account and then Safaricom takes it. It's called what? Unclaimed assets, blah, 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 authority. So these people are servicing these government tenders. So what happens is this. Those people saying that if Wetangula leaves, they come to Jubilee. Actually, their soul is already in Jubilee. Wetangula's soul is in Jubilee. They're just waiting for that opportune time. Right? It's like a lady who wants to leave you. She just wakes up in the morning and says, today you're snoring too much. I cannot put up with a man who's snoring. Then they leave. All right? So that is the truth.
So are we saying there might be thoughts, or maybe in terms of Wetangula and those that are threatening to decamp if Wetangula is not given the presidential ticket? So do you think they're actually thinking of decamping to Jubilee?
They're not actually thinking of decamping to Jubilee. Their soul is in Jubilee. Actually, their one leg is in Jubilee. What they're waiting for is to carry it. Actually, these are the one leg that already carried it. What you're waiting now is for them to land it down. When something is on air, it's still on motion. You don't count it as the other side, right? Mm-hmm. What is happening in Kenyan politics is this. Actually, and they're going to Jubilee simply because Jubilee is in the government. It is when you're in opposition, it's very hard to attract political suitors. The reason is, and that is the reason why you're seeing county governments are failing, because Raila Odinga today has nothing to bait these people, all right? So basically what happens is they now go back to the counties where they drink those counties dry, and that is why you see governors from Kisumu are demanding that they be given direct nominations.
Let's look at Musalia Mudavadi. What do you think his presidential bid
portends?
Yes, for what does it portend for the Quad coalition and specifically Wetangula in relation to the western area?
Wetangula, they are not presidential materials. Let's start from there. They're just people who are trying their luck. They're people who are, how do you call them? They're like fishermen. When a fisherman goes to fish, I'm a fisherman. When fisherman goes to fish, he carries his hook, throws it there. When he plucks it up, he might catch a frog, he might catch a brukenge, he might catch a fish, he might catch anything, he might even catch a human being who died, right? And one thing again I want you to know is that democracy is like a dog sent for hunting. You know, when you send a wild dog for hunting, it can bring a rabbit, it can bring a cadaver, it can bring anything. So these people, they're not presidential materials. Their real target is 2032, right? Their real target is not today, it is not 2017. They're just buying time. It's like Joseph Ngede, the father of KJ, who one time contested around, right? They were not contesting to win. Pius Muiru was not contesting to win. If today, for example, where is Wetangula's stronghold? Bungoma. Actually, not even Bungoma. It's in Trans Nzoia. Ford Kenya's one governor is Trans Nzoia, right? Mudava, where's Mudava's stronghold? Not even in Sebatia. I just want to believe in Sebatia. It is in Sebatia. Court did do an opinion poll, an internal opinion poll, which found out that Raila would beat Wetangula like a snake in Bungoma. If today Raila contested with Musalia Mudavadi, what actually these people want is to be bought. They want to garner some votes, first of all, so that supposedly we go to round 2, they'll be brought over, so that somebody is given something, a minister, award, lead of majority, and those kind of things. But telling me that they'll put up a serious contest, Jesus Christ, that is like stretching fate too far. It's like walking on water. Of course, you know the outcome. You drown. You drown.
All right. So I want us to wind up by looking at this particular issue on the fact that CORD leader Raila Odinga and Wiper party leader Kalonzo Musyoka, and of course mentioning Bungoma Senator Moses Wetangula, they are all very key principles of CORD.
Key principles of what? It's okay, proceed.
But when you look at it, they are all trying to get the presidential seat. They want to get the presidential ticket for CORD. But each of them is trying to see, they have interests. They all have interests in the presidential seat.
Are you asking me a research question, or you're asking me from a very honest standpoint?
Yes, because they all have interests. So the problem is this: who do you think will actually get the presidential ticket for CORD?
The question you're asking me is hypothetical. Hypothetical questions do not have answers. Actually, the question you're asking is more academic. It is for PhD students to sit down and say, what if, what else? But the fact of the matter is this. Even in regardless of academia, there's some basic realities that we must live with, right? Number one, there is nothing like equal principles in CORD. We cannot be equal principles when you have 96 MPs, you have 20, you have 17, you have 13. Excuse me. Even the law of fairness, justice and equity demands that he whose dog kills the antelope gets the biggest share. So all these things you're telling me semantics. They are, they're for discussions under a tree where people sit down and say, oh, our brother is there. There what? What there? What is there? so when you go back to the old debate of who wanting to be what, excuse me, I have 96 MPs, I have 17 governors, and then you want to tell me that you want to compete me. Sure, even if you're stretching fate too far, you're not honest. Somebody once said, Plato actually, said that philosophy starts when you challenge your self-held beliefs, self-held axioms, and self-held truisms. I think people in Fort Kenya, in CORD, needs introspection. They need to sit down and consult their inner conscience, their sixth sense, and come to reality that, number one, there is nothing like equal principles. You cannot be equal. You can't be equal, my friend. There was nothing like equal. This is just for assuaging. This is just for cooling their own egos and all stuff, for ego massaging. Number two, if today Uhuru Kenyatta was to go for presidency, Raila Odinga still poses the biggest threat. If today Uhuru Kenyatta was to go for presidency facing, for example, Kalonzo, remember, Kibaki got more votes in 2002 from Luo Nyanza than he got from the Kikuyu community. Remember, in 2002, Uhuru Kenyatta actually defeated Kibaki in the Gema vote, right? Now, this therefore means that Raila Odinga actually handed presidency on a silver platter to Mwai Kibaki. And Uhuru Kenyatta, wherever he is, he knows that the biggest threat he faces is Raila Odinga. If today, for example, Raila Odinga steps down and now Kibaki is left, Uhuru Kenyatta is left with the option of facing this gentleman from Bungula is from Sirisia, is from, how do you call that his place? Sirisia?
Yes, Sirisia.
Yes. You think he'll just go to bed and sleep? He'll not even campaign. He'll just go to bed and sleep and wake up to this one. Trust me. I'm here to do political analysis. And in that analysis, I'm not supposed to open an academic debate. I'm supposed to actually speak the truth as it is. Sure. If I was to open a
So who do you think will carry the presidential ticket for CORD?
definitely, you know the answer. Me and you know the answer. Even the viewers know the answer. Come on, ask me questions that are mind, you know, questions that are mind-boggling. Questions that give me time to think. Questions that make me sweat. But when you put me and ask me, who do I think? Come on, the answer is out. The jury is out there. Raila Odinga will be the CORD presidential candidate. Whether we go for collegiate election, whether we go for delegate election, whether we go for the Mwananchi out there. And the reasons are just too obvious. The reasons are just too obvious. In fact, if I was Raila Odinga, I would make Joho my running mate. Now, this is me talking. I'm not talking for Raila Odinga. And Jacom, please, if you're listening to me, I'm not speaking to you. So those people listening should not take my views to represent Raila's views. Number one, if I was Raila, I would take Joho as a running mate. I would convince Kalonzo to go for the Speaker of the National Assembly. Then I would tell Wetangula that, listen, son, contest for a member of parliament. Then he comes there and becomes the leader of majority. By the way, in terms of seniority, the president ranks high, the speaker comes second, the leader of majority comes third. That is what I would advise this gentleman. But this thing of wanting to be, everyone wants to be, some of these people want to be president and they cannot even win a seat in their own village. Please. And then you want to win the, surely.
Thank you so much, Onyango Ochieng, for coming over. Those are very, very powerful and personal thoughts there.
And I hope nobody takes it personal.
They're just opinions. Well, your own opinions. Thank you so much for coming, Onyango Ochieng. It's always a pleasure to have you in studio. Again, you've been watching Politically Correct. My name is Leangari. That was a very interesting debate we've had today. Remember, you can continue to send in your views and comments about today's topic and the things that we've covered. You can send them through the number 0774 455 111. That's 0774 455 111. And at this point, we come to the end of today's program. Again, you can watch us online. Remember, you can get all our previous clips on YouTube, and to get even a repeat of this program, you can also get it on Mondays. Again, thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Leangari. It's been a pleasure to have you with us. Again, it's a pleasure to have you, Onyango Ochieng. He's always a very exciting guest. Thank you for watching, and until next week, this is goodbye from me.